this is it, y'all. 5.3 Master was here. Will you be venturing forth today? No. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? You gonna show me a book or something? I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Yeah. And now the people have gone off to become heroes of their own. Or the great hero he is in the case of Elidibert. You too were surprised to see him, I think. Morin is so weird looking. That's rude. He's a swell guy. I think it's his weird little eyebrows. He's just a normal guy. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. He's an imposter. If only you knew the truth behind the truth of the truth. Oh, dude, he does have, like, his eyebrows... his eyebrows do kind of just end. They end, like not even, like, halfway across his eye. Should you perhaps wish to have your accounts of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Could I leave, like, a testament of the truth here with him? Like, hey, this Elidibert, he was a cool guy in the past, but he's gone. This one's a fake. Oh, this patch has one of the best NPCs ever, by the way. Now I have expectations. How long do you think it would take somebody... How long it would take you to read every single book in this room? I feel like I would die before that happened. Most of them are picture books. How do you know most of them are picture books? It just so happened one of his favorite books for explaining the light or the flood was a picture book, right? They're illiterate. It's part of lore. Oh, dude, I can't unsee it now. His eyebrows only go yay far. Were one to pore over the annals of Rantic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Elidibert and his comrades required no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthawil, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfert and Sollard, the fabled drawn and Galgant duo of Vobert, and no list of Rantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. Yeah, there you go. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. Show me the pictures. Picture book. Picture book. Oh yeah, look at that. That's an epic looking picture. This, my friends, is Navrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Yeah, this dude looks epic as hell. He's got a nice, cool looking sword, and he's got horns on his helmet, and then he has this thing. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen like soldiers wear that. It's pretty cool, right? He's got a little cape, a little dress, skirt going on. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coinkydink. It ain't a coinkydink. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself. With a pomp, a warrior of light. A pompadour of light. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Oh look, there's a cat lady in the sitting reading. No, Kev, go into detail about the Venat theory. It's good? Are you making fun of me right now? I can't tell. You might be making fun of me right now. I'm sticking to that theory. I like it. Something along those lines. Momodi has it out for me? I can't be the only person who considered the fact that Momodi told us to keep that vial And then we got caught with the vial in the perfect scheme. You gotta hear this theory. Does that theory sound so far-fetched? Ever since, and I can start from the beginning, right? Because ever since we met the Exarch, right? He's had a curious eye for us. It's because we're the Warrior of Light. But when we were in Amaurot, right? And we met the this one dude who was like, "Hey man, like I'm Emmett Selk's friend and everything." And all that good stuff. Like, he was like, he was your friend too. Met some dude. You know who I'm talking about. We were just sitting on the chair, and then he was like, "Hey friend, can I take a seat next to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he spilled all the beans about this stuff, right? And then, right, we started learning about like the, what are they called? The 14, the Convocation, and all that, and how they created the Zodiac, right? And at the end of Shadowbringers, Emmett Selk, like he recognized us, like he saw us as someone else. So my theory is, and learning at the end of 5.2 about, my theory the whole time was that, you know, that there was the group that summoned the 14, or that summoned Zodiac, the Convocation. We may or may not have been part of that group. And then there was another group that summoned the Hydaelyn. I believe that we were part of that group sometime in the past, and my theories only get stronger at the end of 5.2 when we saw the holograms of the meeting of the group led by Venat talking about summoning the talking about stopping the Zodiac and then summoning the Hydaelyn, and the leader Venat. They were talking about like, oh, the traitor hasn't joined us yet. So I thought maybe that could be me, but then Venat was also saying later on, he was like, I have to be the one to become the heart of the Hydaelyn. And he's like, don't worry, I can come back in any form I choose. So that's what I started thinking. Maybe we were that dude in the past, or we were the traitor. I think we were there in Amaurot, and we were part of the Hydaelyn group. Hence our connection to the Hydaelyn, and hence their connection to the Zodiac. They're part of that group. We're part of the Hydaelyn group. Generation after generation. Maybe if not, maybe it was him. He's taking the form of Warriors of Light. Constantly and constantly and constantly. And now, can I just MSQ now? Does my theory sound that bad? Does it sound that bad? Alright, I see how it is. It's gonna be like that then. Okay, alright. At any rate, assuming all of this is true, and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ashians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension, Hydaelyn, I had tacos and a quesadilla for dinner, like pretty recently, hence the burps, with good, must have added insult to injury. Ooh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Morin looks like an albino if they dyed their hair. Oh, is it gonna be the cat girl that I saw in the background? Oh, it is her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Riqi-Tio, are you all right? This is your best NPC? I was gonna ask. I want to hear the voice actress for this. They got a voice actor. The Warrior of Darkness? Dude, she's so cute. She's got the biggest eyes. My name is Riqi-Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a Warrior of Light. Okay, that's pretty goddamn cute. Would they ever show, like, the death of a child on screen in this game? I don't think they would ever do that. The closest they get is Lalafels. Dude, she has the coolest looking, it looks like a military coat, doesn't it? Is that just me? You think it's a raincoat? No, that's not a raincoat. That looks like a military coat, man. She looks like a general. No, that's General Riqi-Tio. Esteemed Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Riqi-Tio to Spagarix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the chimichangas at their work. Last one to Spagarix is a rotten egg. I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're gonna be the rotten egg. Dude, she's a general, man. I love this music right now. You should check out the lyrics sometime after you're done. Did you know that the Lahi, speaking of lyrics, did you know that the Lahi song At first we were talking, I was like, do you know if the Lahi song is like a in-game language, like part of the lore or something? Disaster was like, yeah, it might be like ancient Ronkin or something. Turns out it came from like a sample pack, sort of. Soken sampled it, and it came from like a medieval sounds sample pack here. Yeah, she's a little general. Look at that. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god. Okay, protect Riqi at all costs here. Okay. I if someone told me that was like ancient Ronkin or something, I'd be like, yeah, I don't doubt it, dude. She's so small. Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. You could be like a witcher. Witchers use potions. Well, they use it on themselves, but they use potions. That's how they beef themselves up a little bit. Man, it'd be cool if they had like an alchemist class. Because I know some RPGs, they got that. That'd be super dope. People were certain this was a clue that chemist was going to be the new healer. Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be super cool. That reminds me of the Warcraft 3 hero. Like I think it was called the Alchemist or something. He had a healing spray, and I think another one, he would like enrage. He would like drink potions. I think another one he like threw a potion at somebody. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. No! He's calling her a youngling. Y'all know Star Wars? You know what happens to the younglings in Star Wars. Doesn't end well. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, oh, she got little incisors, like little. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our chimichangas may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch, man. Young child with their dreams. Remember when you were a youngin'? People are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Be a doctor, an astronaut, all that good stuff. And then you get older and reality hits you. It ain't that easy. Man, when I was a kid, I thought the 2020s would be cool. The 2020s have been very, very interesting, haven't they? Turns out not. Man, it's crazy. Especially being older and being like aware of all the things going on. Because if I was a kid right now, like sure, like I'd know like, oh yeah, there's a pandemic going on, but you know, I'd just be playing like Game Boy in my room or something. I wouldn't really be thinking about it too much. Oh my god, she's so precious. Look at her. She's so excited by the grape. She's really looking at those at the fruit here. Oh, you're here too. We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Here, I have some for you. Oh, she's so excited. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing. Dude, she's so precious. Tell me, Riqi, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? I like the voiceover you are giving her. Am I giving her a voiceover? Why, well, a while ago I fell sick, really sick. My body was burning up. Do I have continuity? Now I'm thinking about it, so I don't know if I'm doing the same. And I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. Drinking that Tylenol stuff. What was the... Oh man, Robitussin. Yeah, that Robitussin. Oh, that was the nasty stuff. You were giving her an Irish accent before. Shit. I don't even know how to do an Irish accent. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I want to help people just like her. I see, I can't do it. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. Teaching her to fetch quest. We are teaching her to fetch quest. Hey, even the warrior of light must fetch quest. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. So, children, you've now seen the warrior of darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the warrior of darkness is much, much stronger. You're goddamn right. You want to be just like him. Goddamn right. Get yourself a pompadour. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. You heard it here, folks. If you're looking for an example to emulate, this is it. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, warrior of darkness. We'll never forget it. Go on, kids. Don't die. That's rule number 5. It's like Zombieland, right? You gotta make some rules up. I feel like that's a Zombieland rule. Don't die. Rest assured, Reed and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it that their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. How old are you twins now? Oh. Hello? Did you hear? Is my burrito done? Was I heating up some food? Oh, she can't hear anymore. Oh, no. No, wait, no, she can't. No, she can't hear. I was like, she can't hear anymore because there's no words coming out of Kev's mouth, but that's how it always is. It's nothing, just the dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. Okay. Oh, you just had to go and ruin this moment. Oh. Unless that's... Oh, see? Theories?
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
Oh, you see who he saw when he saw us? You saw that. Oh. Ah! Unless this is, they're talking about Elidibus here. Oh, I forgot to read it, sorry. They were like, something, you know, welcome as the new member of our order, like, welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us, all that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. Okay. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. Oh yeah, we have the chat logs. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. That's what they said. So this person's taking the seat of Elidibus here. Oh! You think we? Because remember how there were
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine.
What if we were the previous Elidibus? Because remember, they're like, well, you know, what if this Elidibus is the successor to the original Elidibus who did the Zodiark stuff?
Such is the burden of hope.
Give back Ardbert's body. Yeah, give me back my friend's corpse.
What fool would relinquish his weapon on the eve of battle?
Do it, because I asked. No, I told.
That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, warrior of darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You.
Trying to scuffle right now, son? Fisticuffs?
You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done.
Murderer, Scar from Lion King to Simba. Actually, that was Simba to Scar. Someone's not all caught up in their Disney lore. Remember?
I will strike you down.
Strike me down, and I will become more powerful than you can ever.
Destroy you, body and soul. All else must wait.
What's up, dude? There's another Star Wars reference though. Strike me down, and I shall become.
Come for you, warrior of darkness, and I will save the world.
God damn it! Strike me down, and I will become more powerful than you could possibly ever imagine. I forget exactly what he said.
One last matter.
What's up?
I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you.
Yes.
As if he mistook you for another.
He called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
They'll stick it to my guns right now, so something changes.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Whose voice is that? That sounds so goddamn familiar. Oh, it's the Exarch.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Oh, shit. Riqi-Tio. Oh!
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Come on, Graha, you can't walk up all cool like that and then be caught unawares like that, man. You should have blocked that. Like, remember? Wax on, wax off. You should have waxed off right there. Oh God, what's gonna happen now?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
Was he like just taking measure, or was he unable to penetrate his soul ether? Don't be mean to Riqi-Tio. I'm just saying he walked up all cool, man. He should have just been like, "Wah! Can't touch this." No. Dude, did he get poisoned? God damn it.
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it.
Warrior of Light should have seen it coming. Your echo has failed you.
Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present.
I can't argue with that.
Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest.
Aside being paranoid of death, there's certain actions that I get paranoid of. One of them I never really talk about, but the first one is whenever like someone drinks something, right? Ever since A Realm Reborn. But the other one is, you know, passing by someone like this, right? Ever since like Amric got stabbed, and then, you know, the Fordola flashback with the guy crossed the dude who called him a bucket head or something. What do you call him? An imperial bucket head lover or something. Only bad things happen when you cross your foe like that.
Brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism, so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives.
Oh, you know.
Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped.
Bucket lover, yeah, they're referencing like the imperial armor and helmets. So you're like your bucket head lover or something, right? I forget exactly what they said. I think he said something like that.
A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them.
I wonder if he's referencing people we know, or because I know you got sent back to the past. Like, I'm throwing out a number here. Wasn't it like hundreds of years after or something?
Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them.
like the piano. Digging the piano right now.
But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future.
I like those words. I like it.
And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Dude, yeah, look at his arm. Not as glowy.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
Ah, shit. What's happening now?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh no. Is this time running out here? Alice too. She started hearing that ringing in her head. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. Yeah, we're running out of time, man. And all this happened without warning. Oh, I bet he's been hearing the ringing, right, in his head. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. But there's no actual... Damn, there's been no actual fainting until now. I mean, that could just be, like, physical exhaustion, but... They said his ether is in flux. Is she feeling it too? She's getting the lightheadedness. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but only one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. Okay. It's dark and spooky, and the Hiba doesn't remember this scene. I wonder if it's dark for a reason. You know what this reminds me of? What's that anime where they go into a virtual RPG and they get stuck in there? We were talking about this. Yeah, their bodies are in here. I was wondering why it was so dark. Oh, we didn't see that light before.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
Oh yeah, Sword Art Online. Yeah, Sword Art Online. That reminds me of this, right? Because in the real world, they're like people, their bodies are in like hospitals and they're on like life support while they're in the virtual world, right?
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed.
Dang, man.
But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came.
I wonder if there's a reason for keeping them in like darkness. It must be so weird,
Stiff
right?
and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax.
She sounds tired, yeah. TATARU said she's been up for like days, right? And then you know, it's weird. We just saw them on the first. We're talking with them, they're moving, they have like life, and then here they're just
Barely alive at all.
comatose. I thought that was Alice. I thought that was Alice. But apparently that's
And
Alphino.
they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken.
Yeah, I wonder if there was like something that occurred that is making them turn for the worse, or it was just a matter of time, and this was bound to happen, and now it's happening.
But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether.
Oh, yeah. So when Thancred passed out in the first, over here, he was having all these fluctuations too. And even in the first, they were saying like his ether was all fluctuating and everything, but...
And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment.
Dude, I'd be scared to leave the post. Like, what if they die when I'm gone? Because I left.
So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Dude, this is so dark. It's so depressing. It's so morbid in here. Oh, look at TATARU. She's got on little chef's outfit here. Sticking with the color, same color palette. There you are, Kev. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Krile, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. So cute, yeah. I like how she keeps the same color palette. Like, all the hats are always that reddish crimson color. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit, so I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. I like how this Lalafell is always standing on the stool here. Some bread? That sounds pretty good. I wonder, is it like a sweet bread? Your cake looks like bread. It is bread, silly, and not just any old bread. This here is old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. It's what they eat over in Sharlayan. That's old world bread. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Krile tells me it's a good source of ether, so it should lend them a bit of strength at least. I swear, there must be like a skunk outside my window or something. It's smelling kind of funky. Oh. What's up, dude? I remember you. I trust you require no introductions either, Kev. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I remember you. I don't remember. Was he the relic? No, what was he doing? What do we do with him? I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies. This is the guy we talked to before we entered the Crystal Palace, who was part of that order or something, right? I think. Memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here. Empty-handed as I am, the answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Oh, that's so nice. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our parts. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. Tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Well, there you have it, Kev. If you would be so good as to see Rambros's message and TATARU's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course, we can definitely do that. Krile, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try, just to make sure everything's as it should be? I like how we're, spacing out the dramatic moments with this, this bread scene and everything. Bring some light into the air. They're playing the beach music. But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. I bet it's the bomb. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, TATARU. Dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Aha, just so. The very taste of home. No. I guess the Sharlayan bread isn't supposed to be that good, huh? As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Sharlayan, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born. The creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. Alright, this is just for the macros and the micros here. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. I really want to try it. I want to try the Lambdus bread from Lord of the Rings. You ever think about that? I really want to try that. I wonder how it tastes. I mean, in all the scenes where like Sam and Frodo are eating it, it looks very dry and crumbly, but I'm sure it's really, really good. I brought Archon loaf for you and everyone else. By the 12, Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Sharlayan. Rambro said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Dang, that's some heavy bread. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expected to learn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Alright, so this is gonna be it, right? In this patch, it's all or nothing. Make it or break it. We gotta get them back, or else they're gonna die. So this will be resolved.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Okay, how many Ascians are we talking about here? I was under the presumption that the Ascians were only the original 14, but it would make sense that, you know, of the people who followed all who were on the Zodiark side, some of them also became Ascians.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black masked minions who answer to the red.
Aha, there it is. Okay. Minions.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not.
There's gotta be some other Ascians who we haven't met yet. Some other big names, right? That's gotta be it, because we're going to the moon, right? I already know we're going. You can't tell me otherwise. There's moon things happening. Something's going on with the moon. Ascians are on the moon. We need new faces.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
They are dying. I'm sorry, we gotta give it to them straight. Things have taken a turn for the worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Oh, look at the red.
The red stones.
Blood.
This doth mean.
Blood infusion. Where's your Stola at? He's not here.
As you will recall, using white AURACITE as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both.
This would be a interesting, like, necklace. Like if you made it a little smaller and it was like a little necklace. And then it's like, oh, if you played Final Fantasy 14, then you would like recognize it. Be like, oh, look, it's the vessel, the white AURACITE.
It served this purpose admirably. The process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allagan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
Yeah, good thinking.
You're doing this for our sakes, so far be it from us to complain.
It'll be all right. He just got to get his blood sugar level up, right? Well, that's what you do after you donate blood, right? Or you get blood drawn. Eat some cookies and stuff. It's been a while since I've done that.
But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
I could have sworn. Oh no, it was this arm. Yeah. It's not as glowy anymore. Or is it more glowy than before? Because also like the it looks like, was it always like this? Were there always patches of skin like this, or is that like revealing itself now?
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
How are you feeling, Thancred? You still fainting?
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
Wait, no. Wait, Urianger, Thancred, the twins. Oh shit. Oh, I miscounted earlier because your Stola was missing, so I was like, oh, that.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
Okay, makes sense. I was thinking maybe we're gonna try to like bring someone else with us.
If it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yeah, but he can always come back, right?
Yes, in theory, at least.
Right?
But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
What if? I'm just thinking of different timelines now. Like, he goes back, his essence blends with his past self, and his past self still goes through the timeline of the Black Rose and going into the future and then coming back again. Like an infinite, like, time loop.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I think he'll be fine.
I would.
I appreciate the sentiment, though. I'm not gonna get over worried too early here, right? They already blue-balled me once. They blue-balled me many a time when I think something was gonna happen. It is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou did demonstrate merging with Artbert, however, there exists an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. This is seemingly simple yet complex problems. For nigh on a century, our friend has striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee. And to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Oh, okay. He has to recognize his past again, man. And that's not as easy as just thinking to yourself about it. You have to actually feel it, right?